Thank you, Chairman Goodlatte, and members of the committee and our distinguished witnesses present. We are here examining a pressing matter, namely the use of unmanned aerial vehicles, drones, to strike at suspected terrorists abroad. First, let's make clear the House Judiciary's jurisdiction over the matter. These are serious constitutional considerations involved, and that's what this committee has been created for, as well as civil rights questions, which are also involved in this operation. Our committee has direct oversight of the Department of Justice, which has issued legal opinions, although classified, that purport to establish the legal basis for the use of lethal force against terrorist suspects. Now, in the course of this issue that has been raised, numerous letters have been sent. And I want to point out that our latest one that was joined in with myself, Chairman Goodlatte, former Chairman Jim Sensenbrenner, Trent Franks, Jerry Nadler, and Bobby Scott, who wrote again to the President to renew our requests for all legal opinions related to drone programs. I am pleased that we've reached a clear bipartisan consensus on this issue. This committee requires those documents to fulfill its oversight responsibility. This isn't a witch hunt. This is an inquiry, and we're all cleared for top secret, and we'll work together to convince the administration to satisfy our requests. Let's examine a couple issues here. Targeted strikes against United States citizens. Targeted strikes generally. And 3, the odious so-called signature strikes. Now, the need for oversight is clear. I'm not convinced, and the title of the hearing before us suggests, by the administration's legal rationale for the targeted killing of any United States citizen overseas. The white paper describes a balancing test for the Fourth Amendment, unlawful seizure of a person or a life, the Fifth Amendment, due process, which tilted so far in favor of government interest that a potential target appears to have little chance at meaningful due process when he is nominated to, without his consent of course, to the so-called kill list. I also remain unconvinced about the targeted killing of terrorist suspects who are non-citizens. Although the administration appears to rest its claim of authority on the authorization for use of military force passed by the Congress in 2001, it is not clear that Congress intended to sanction legal force against a loosely defined enemy in an indefinite conflict with no borders or discernible end date. And I'm considerably troubled by the widely reported use of so-called signature strikes, where suspects need only display suspicious activity, but their identities are unknown prior to the government's use of lethal force against them. That may be a CIA activity that should be sent over to the Defense Department, by the way. To date, and I rush to a conclusion, we want to accomplish the following. We need to know more, and I hope that the way that we conduct this hearing individually among our members of the committee will convince the administration that this is not a personal nor political, and that all we are seeking is information to which we're duly entitled. And we have one committee on intelligence that have gotten 2 reports out of a dozen or more. That is not acceptable. And with all due respect to an administration that I support, we are creating a resentment on a visceral level, as General Stanley McChrystal has echoed, on a level that we can't even begin to imagine. McChrystal was the architect of counterinsurgency in Afghanistan, and the resentment created by the American use of unmanned strikes is much greater than the average American appreciates. Well, I think we appreciate it, and I think that we want to have this become the first of a number of hearings. I conclude by saying I don't think that the Attorney General of the United States can decline to come before this committee on a subject that is so clearly within our jurisdiction, Mr. Chairman. And I yield back my time.
I thank the gentleman for that expression of concern. I share it, and I will work with him and the other members on his side of the aisle, as well as the other members on our side of the aisle, to see what we can do to bring about better cooperation, because we are seeking information that this committee is entitled to have.